Good evening, everyone. I'm Miss Vanessa from B House, and it's time for Bedtime Story Series. Hey kids, how many members does your family have? Do you love all of them? If yes, that's great to know. But let me tell you a secret. Our friend Lucy doesn't really enjoy living with all of her family members. This doesn't sound fun at all, right? And I guess you are all curious about it like I am. So let's start our story today. Be nice, Lucy, to find out the reason.
It was a Saturday morning. Lucy was playing with her dolls in a room when she heard her parents calling her name. Quickly, she ran downstairs and she saw her parents greeting her grandma. Grandma was Dad's mother, and Lucy hadn't met her since last year as she lived in the countryside. "Come and give Grandma a big hug, Lucy. She will stay with us from now on to take care of Mommy and your baby brother." Dad waved to Lucy and said, Lucy's mom was expecting a baby and her tummy had become really huge. So, she needed Lucy's grandma to move to the city to help her with daily routines. "Oh, is that my Lucy? You have grown a lot from the last time we met. Let me hug you, my dear." Lucy felt awkward. She didn't miss her grandma at all since she didn't meet her very often. When Grandma was hugging her, Lucy could sense an unpleasant smell of old people. Lucy looked at Grandma's clothes. She dressed up just like a countryside woman. Lucy tried hard to smile back to Grandma, but she didn't feel comfortable at all. From that day, Grandma lived with Lucy's family in their beautiful house. Every morning, when Lucy woke up, she would see Grandma preparing breakfast in the kitchen. When Lucy came back from the school, she could see Grandma carefully cooking dinner. Mom and Dad seemed to love Grandma's foods very much. They complimented her every day. But Lucy didn't feel the same. Grandma looked so old-fashioned in the modern house, and her foods were old-fashioned too. Before Grandma came, Lucy's parents would take her out every morning for breakfast. But now, Lucy had to eat Grandma's rice for breakfast, as Mom's belly was too big to go out and Dad was busy. Or at the weekend, Lucy used to be taken to the park or to some amazing restaurants to have dinner. And since Grandma's arrival, Lucy had to stay at home as her parents wanted to spend more time with Grandma. All the awesome things of my life have gone. It's Grandma's fault. Just because of her, Daddy and Mommy don't want to go out anymore. I miss the ice creams in the park. I miss my fried chickens, my pizzas and hamburgers. I want pancakes for breakfast. I'm sick at neck of rice. Lucy cried at night when everybody had gone to bed. It was the next week, Sunday's dinner, when Lucy couldn't stand anymore. "Lucy, today Grandma has prepared us a special dish. She had boiled us a delicious chicken." Mom waved Lucy to the dinner table. Mom, Dad, and Grandma were waiting for her. "Are you kidding, Mom?" Lucy couldn't bear anymore. "Why does Grandma always boil everything? I want my fried chicken!" Lucy shouted. "Oh, my dear Lucy, don't cry. I will cook fried chicken for you tomorrow." Grandma tried to comfort her. "No, I don't want any of your countryside-like foods, Grandma!" Lucy cried and ran to her room. Before shutting the door, she heard Grandma cried and Dad angrily shouted her name. Lucy decided not to have dinner. She kept crying until she fell asleep. Hours later, she heard somebody knocked on the door. She opened the door and it was Mom and Dad. "We want to talk to you, Lucy," Mom said, and they sat down on Lucy's bed.
"Lucy, I won't scold you. Instead, I want to tell you a story,"
Dad said.
"I was born and raised in the countryside. We used to be very poor, so during my childhood, boiled chicken was something only appeared in my dream. When I grew older, I could earn more money and I moved to the city. Grandma could not move here with me as she had to take care of her house in the countryside. As I am busy, I can't visit her regularly. So Grandma always wanted to make up for my childhood every time she visits us. And as Mommy is expecting a baby, eating boiled foods could be better for her health. Therefore, Grandma tried to cook everything in a healthy way."
And even though you can see those foods old-fashioned, don't you notice that Grandma cooked it with all her love for us? Grandma has to wake up at 6 a.m. every day so that you will have breakfast at 7 a.m. To come to the city with us, Grandma must have sold all her cows back home. Therefore, she would have more time to take care of Mommy. And do you know how sad she was when you said bad things to her, Lucy? Lucy bursted into tears. Now she realized that she had done terrible things to Grandma. The next day, Lucy woke up at 6 a.m. and silently watched Grandma preparing breakfast. Grandma was old, but she tried her best to make everything ready at 7 a.m. When Grandma had done, Lucy came and hugged her from behind. She whispered in tears, "I'm sorry, Grandma. Thank you so much for all your love." From that day, Lucy had become a better child. She learned how to value her family and behave kindly with the others.
In this story, at first, Lucy didn't enjoy living with her grandma because their lifestyles didn't suit each other's. However, at the end of the story, Lucy had found her way to understand her grandma and lived happily with her. That is to say, once we know how to behave kindly and nicely with other family members, we will be willing to sympathize with them and love our family more. I hope you all liked this story. Don't forget to hit like and share this video. If you enjoy watching Bedtime Story series, comment your heart below. It's time to go to bed now. Good night and see you later.